Steve, how are you? So we're out here on the Logan River right now. I'm at Third Dam, fishing at one of my favorite spots. Kind of look at what we're at. So what I wanted to talk about was, is European nymphing more effective than traditional fly fishing? So I'm gonna actually be testing both kind of rigs in the same level of water. And I'll explain a little bit more about the setup of European nymphing and with traditional fly fishing as well. Mostly right now I'm gonna get videos of me fishing, and if I catch fish on either one, I'll take videos of that. It's kind of hard. I'm out here by myself holding my phone doing this. But just to give you a little look into what it's like, I'll stop the video and I'll show you what I'm doing. Okay, so European nymphing is done on a 10-foot long rod. Some people do it on 11 feet. Some people do it on 11.5 feet rod. I just do 10 feet. What you do though is you have flies that sink instead of fishing on the surface. And so the debate and what I did my project on is European nymphing more effective than traditional fly fishing. And that's what I'm here to figure out. Based on my experience, I'd say European nymphing is, but I really want to put it to the test and see what we can figure out here. So I'll show you a little bit of how I cast and what I do with European nymphing. I'll try and hold my phone and do this at the same time. So instead of doing big, long casts back and forth, a short little cast, I don't know if you can't really see my line. There's the end of it. I have about maybe 15 feet of line. So all I do is I'll just give it a little toss up like this, hold it up, and I watch that part of the line right there. If that line sinks, it stops or anything, I set back in hopes that it's a fish. But that's how you can tell if you have a fish. So just watch that line, anything out of the ordinary. Now when I say out of the ordinary, I mean stopping all of a sudden. Or, see right there where it stopped, I thought I would get that fish. That's kind of what I'm talking about. So I think that's enough for now. Let me fish this run one more time, and if I can get a fish, I want to film it, and I'm going to keep track of how many fish I catch on both methods, and let's see which one is actually better. Okay, here's fish number one, European nymphing. I'm going to be fishing an egg pattern today because it's kind of that time of year where the fish will eat eggs. This will also be what I'm going to do when I fish dry flies. But anyways, fish one for European nymphing. Okay, here's fish number two for European nymphing. What I planned on doing was fishing one way for 30 minutes and fishing the next way for 30 minutes. I've been doing this way for about 10 and I've already got 2. So I just had a really nice fish that I caught get off the hook at the last second, so I couldn't get him in the net. Right now we're looking at 3 fish for European nymphing. I'm still sitting at about fishing for maybe 20 minutes. I have to look at my clock to get specific. So I want to show a little bit more about European nymphing. So like I said, there's my rod. And again, like I said, there's the line. The line's called the sighter. And what that line does is it acts as your detection for anything, any triggers or anything from fish. So I wanted to see if I could get a fish on camera to show you a little bit more of what it's like. But you'll notice me setting the hook and that kind of stuff periodically. So I'm watching that line, and if I see something that looks out of the ordinary, it doesn't look like it's just going along or something, or if it stops or bumps or anything, I step back just to make sure it's not a fish. About European nymphing, it's a method that the Europeans started a long time ago, hence European nymphing. But it's just kind of starting to catch on here in the States, and it has been very, very deadly. But a lot of people who are more, they're more traditionalists and that kind of stuff with fly fishing, say that it's not as effective and that it's a waste of time and it's not worth doing. And my whole goal is to kind of try and prove, hey, which one is which. So let's give it a little bit longer, see if I can't get a fish here. Scoot up. Okay, so I'm going to switch over to dry fly fishing right now. Let me explain a little bit what this is. So you look right here, what you're looking at is a dry fly. So this imitates any fly that's going to come and land on the surface of the water. I found a good place to try it out. In total with European nymphing, I caught 3 fish in 30 minutes. I feel like the reason I was able to do that in a short time is because I was using what's called an attractor pattern. It's a really vibrant, loud colored fly that sinks because they're nymphs. And so now I'm going to do the same thing for a dry fly, and we'll see how we do. Okay, so let me explain a little bit about traditional fly fishing or dry fly fishing. This is a video of the rod. So usually rod lengths for dry fly fishing range in 7 feet to 9 feet in length. And what you're doing is you're trying to imitate, like I said, dry flies or flies that land on top of the surface of the water, and the fish will surface and bite them. So the whole argument with dry fly fishing and European nymphing is that most fishing is done subsurface, and so the argument is because of that, less people, or you'll catch less fish using dry flies. But dry flies are typically louder patterns or brighter in color and that kind of stuff, and those kind of things attract the fish. It actually makes the fish really mad, and so they go up and just bite it. So I am going to fish a similar fly to what I was doing when I was European nymphing for about 30 minutes, just like last time. I'm going to fish in this same location, just like I fished in that location back there, and we're going to see what happens. If you can see, it's kind of hard to tell, but my fly is just a little bit ahead of my line. It's that little white speckled thing right there. Okay, so you can see it leave, and we'll see what we can do. So I'm going to explain a little bit about how you cast and the functions and that kind of stuff of traditional fly fishing. So European nymphing, you noticed I'd keep my rod high, I'd watch my line, and my line was kind of my indicator. But with this, the indicator of a fish is a fish surfacing to the water to come and get you, or get your fly, excuse me, not going to bite you. So how it's done is forwards and backwards cast. So you can kind of see like this, and you'll notice the rod tip. I'm loading the rod tip, and that makes it so I can fling my line forward and get my flies forward. So the difference between this and European nymphing is in dry fly fishing, you use the weight of the line as your momentum to cast, and then in European nymphing you use the weight of the flies as your momentum to kind of cast. And later I'll show you a little bit more about the lines in detail and that kind of stuff, but as of right now I've been going for about 25 minutes here, something like that. I actually changed flies twice to see if I could maybe get a rise out of some fish, and I've tried every technique I know how to with dry fly fishing to be able to get something, and I've had zero luck. I've tried twitching it, I've tried putting it in spots where it'll stop, I've tried mending different ways, and I have had zero luck. So as far as I'm concerned, I think we can kind of put it to rest that dry fly fishing is not near as effective as European nymphing.